Good morning. So I'm going to be talking to you whilst I'm curling my hair today, so just bear with me. But like one thing that I felt really inspired to talk about today was like listening with discernment. So like, and I say this from experience, just like I do everything else. It's going to take a moment to grind down. Yeah, so like when people are giving you their opinion about like events, people, places, things, not taking it as facts, because like the amount of times like I've done myself a disservice by like taking what somebody said as like, oh, it must be true because I like this person, I trust this person. You know, it doesn't matter if this person, it doesn't matter who this person is, how close you are to them. Like everybody will have completely different experiences, and the amount of times that I've limited myself by not going to places and not talking to people because of other people's judgments of what they've told me about them, is like, you know, shot myself in the foot many of times. So like when I hear like people sharing about like their judgments on a place or a thing because of a judgment that somebody else has shared with them, I think, oh, this is just like, I literally see like the spiral continuing of like just, you know, people not using discernment and not thinking for themselves, but then like taking what other people say because, you know, they trust this person. So it's not like a shameful thing, it's just like you learn through experience that what one person might not like or what one person might label as something doesn't mean it's true. You know, they might have had the experience there, but you know yourself, like you're in a different mood quite often, so like the version that somebody meets of you like in the shop might be different to the version of you that's like cuddled up on the sofa, and you wouldn't want to be like judged or like based your whole life off of one moment, one interaction. Like life and people and everything in life is, to me, is just like so nuanced, and I learned this word like maybe like last year, and I love it because I was like, what the hell does that word mean, nuanced? And then I learned it and I was like, yeah, that's my word. Because it's so true. Like life is deeply nuanced, and like we actually limit ourselves, and like I'm gonna pause the video in uno momento. Maybe I'm not. Okay. Yeah, we can actually limit our own experience and happiness by like allowing other people's opinions to shape our own experience of people or things before we've even formed our own opinion. So I think it's important, you know, to take on what people say, but not taking it as facts, not taking it as like this is the be all and end all, and like this is truth because somebody I care for, somebody I respect, or somebody else has told me this. It's like, okay, I can bear this in mind, but like let me form my own opinion first before I make a judgment. Because like imagine you took somebody else's judgment as truth about something, and then you're going around telling everybody else this, and then everybody's believing the same thing, you know, but then one day somebody goes and tries the thing, and then they realise actually this is what, you know, all these 20 people have told me about this place or this person is absolute bollocks, and like I've had a completely different experience. And then, you know, you would feel potentially bad or guilty that you'd, you know, tarnish this thing or place when actually it weren't that bad, you know, it weren't as bad as somebody told you, you know. So to avoid like creating shit scenarios for yourself and others, like try not to prejudge things, and you know, try not to take other people's opinions as facts, no matter how much you like or trust this person, because people get it wrong too. We're all just people, you know, and like so many things play into it. I think it's unfair to everyone just to like take other people's opinion as fact. And again, like I say, talking from experience, of being both of them. So yeah, that's my little nugget of daily nugget of wisdom. think that's it. I think that's it. Nice and short and sweet. Nice little digestible dose of goodness. Curling my hair for today. I've got Space Goods today. Space Goods strawberry flavour, and it's warm outside, so it's cold. Nice and cold. Whoop whoop. Nice and cold. Nice and cold. There we go. Listening with discernment. How can we do it better? How it can help us and help others? Because ultimately, you know, we're creating a world that we want to live in, right? And if we put the shoe on the other foot, would we want to be judged? Would we want other people to judge us through somebody's experience who had an unpleasant experience? You know, probably not. And also, was it an unpleasant experience, or could they potentially just be projecting their shadow and their trauma and their own limiting beliefs onto this person? You know, can somebody just be, judging this person through the filter of their own shadows and integrated things and traumas? That's the other thing, and that's very common in today's world. So yeah, giving people and places grace and compassion, just as you'd want yourself to receive. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, because I'm going to be posting more. You're going to see more of me. You are. Okay, right. Tune in. Stick around. Okay, bye-bye. That's it.